Right, okay, so if we look at these setups, okay, I've drawn these lines on these lines are going to represent basically your knee when it comes to the top of the backswing, okay, but you can see hopefully it's set up now on this right hand one with the red arrow there. You are sort of more behind the golf ball now with your setup, so you sort of see your head here now behind the golf ball, whereas this one here now, if you've got a line down from there, you're kind of on top of the golf ball there, certainly leaning a little more on your left side at address there, okay. So as we go back now on this left hand one, you can see your knee kicking in quite a lot there.
Yeah.
Top of the backswing, that left knee is sort of represented with that yellow line. This one here now being behind the golf ball, you can see now you're a lot more in a position behind the ball. You've curled up behind the golf ball nicely. You just set those lines away now, just looking at those sort of two spine angles. See the difference now in terms of where your body is there. Your spine's much more that way as opposed to kind of that way. Yeah, you're turning more onto your right side there. You've got behind the golf ball better, and because you're behind the golf ball better now, as you come back to the golf ball, your lower half can now shift nice to target. Head can stay nicely behind the golf ball, and impact there now. There's your impact, and nicely over the golf ball. Head behind there, okay, so you're keeping your spine angle behind the golf ball and able to just release your arms through to target. When you're on this one here now, as you came back down, okay, you now think, oh, I've got to start getting back behind the golf ball, and then we've got to start popping back to hit the golf ball. Now, if you timed it well, yeah, happy days, but why move into position in a split second when you can just start there and stay there and remain there? That's the thing. I mean, if you've got movements where you start too much on your left side, the knee goes in too much. If your left knee goes in, your spine's going to tilt more onto your left side. And then when you're shutting that left leg up, your spine's going to move backwards. Well, if your top half's doing this all the time, the consistency of strike is going to be different. And what it would generally encourage, if you're too much on that left side coming steeper, you hit the ground very heavy, you create a kind of a non-hit the ground movement, just popping up at the shot. It's kind of help you get behind the ball and not hit the ground too heavy. And you timed it well, lovely, hit the ball really nicely, but on occasions, well, maybe more often than not, it wouldn't quite time together, and then your ball's going to be leaking out to the right. As it was interesting, you said that your drive was better when you said, I stand behind the golf ball more. Every shot in golf, you want your head behind the golf ball, really. I mean, you're going to have your left hand is on the top of the club, your left shoulder, left hand are going to be higher than your right hand and right shoulder because they're on a different part of the golf club. You don't want to be thinking, oh, if I lean forward here, your shoulders are going to get very open, which again will encourage a steeper, more across the ball kind of angle. So getting that set up, it might be a bit of practice getting into that setup routine. Like I said, generally start, I think we did it on here, no we didn't say. That was kind of where you were there. I sort of came in and moved you, obviously. You want to start off ideally with kind of your feet pretty much together, and the club will be kind of sort of positioned down here to that left side of your left leg. Get yourself set up by sort of putting the right hand down your knee, and then coming in from sort of more underneath position. And the last thing then you do once you've got the club in your hands there is sort of set your feet apart to get comfortable, okay? But you want to get in a situation where this shoulder, or shoulders, are in that kind of spine tilt rotation there. Every golf you see on TV, when you see at the golf, even they get a nice shaft leaning their hands in front, their body and heads are behind the golf ball. You never want to be getting in front on top of the golf ball unless you're trying to play a really sort of low specific shot, which in turn would come with some other sort of adjustments in terms of the ball would be further back, your body would be slightly more open just to help you square the club face up for that particular shot. But for general stock shots, we want to get that ball flight going more towards target on a standard flight. And interesting enough, when you're more behind the golf ball, your ball flights come down. Your launch angle was a lot higher when you were leaning on your left side. The way it hit the golf, it sort of popped back up, which added loft to the club and got you going the other way. So does that kind of make sense then?
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense.
Go through a bit of sort of, I think in terms of practice, what I would recommend if you can, just so you can get on the golf course, because if you get constantly sort of doing, especially when your mates and you're going like, what am I doing? They're going, come on, just get on with it. But hang on, boys, I'll get myself ready. At home, get a reflection or a mirror or somewhere where you can stand. Go through without looking at the mirror, get yourself set up, and this image I'll send to you anyway, but you can think if that's kind of where we want to try and get you to.
And that's a good.
This is the good start position there.
Position,
that's a good one you can sort of use as a reminder. Get yourself set up. Think, okay, how does that feel? Say, rate out of 10 or whatever, and then look at the mirror. If you're there in front of the mirror going, yeah, that's cool. When the mirror's not there, you can't do it. So use the mirror as like a way to get the answer. Get it in feel. That feels good. Maybe your eyes shut. That feels good there. Okay, let's check. Oh, okay, it's not so good. Do it again. I need to do more this way or whatever it may be. Okay, use that as a reference point there, as opposed to where you were setting up on the left-hand side there too much. You're a bit more kind of now centralised or more to your right side. certainly not as much as you felt you were there. I mean, you felt you probably sort of over here, somewhere way behind your right foot. Sort of, I'm leaning back here to try and hit a golf ball. Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Okay, buddy.
It makes a lot of sense actually. Yeah.
Good.
It's quite helpful because I find with some of my shorter clubs, like particularly when I'm about 100, 110 in, I don't think I get in as bad position because I'll just be a bit more handsy.
Yeah, possibly.
So, like, it feels it feels quite good to be in that. So.
Yeah, exactly. And again, if you're not turning so much, if your body's in the wrong position, the less it moves, the less wrong it will kind of go.
Yeah.
So if you're using your hands and arms, you're kind of getting away with it a little bit. Again, with wedges and shorter irons, if you are too much on your left side, you could get away with it.
Yeah.
Because it's a steeper club, you've got more loft to play with.
That's it, yeah.
Good. Okay, mate. Well done.
All right, fine.
All right.